Hello! So, in this episode, I want to talk about something that I think a lot of us get hung up on when building businesses, and that is this fear that no one is going to buy from us, that we won't be able to get people to buy from us, and we don't know how to find people, we don't know how to find where our ideal clients are hanging out, we don't know how we're going to do it. So if this is you, then you are in the right place, and I'm excited to dive into this and sort of share some little fun tools with you that you can use that will hopefully help to build your confidence and help you to realize that people will buy from you and people will love to buy from you. So let's get into this. Okay, so if you are feeling like this, like no one's going to buy from me, firstly, you are completely normal, because I think that the majority of us have this fear. I know for me, when I was starting my membership, I was so worried that people wouldn't buy. I was worried that I would start this membership site and that then no one would sign up, and then I'd be doing all this work and no one would be in the membership, and that I wouldn't be able to make it successful. And not only that, it was also other questions around buying. So like I was freaking out about what price to charge. I cannot tell you how much that question tripped me up, or not knowing the answer tripped me up. It literally, even though it was like, okay, I don't know what price to charge. Let's think of a price. Does it feel good? Okay, yeah, let's feel good. It feels good. I'll just go with this. Like, no, in my head, I just made it so complicated. And because I didn't know what to charge, it felt like I couldn't then get on and do anything else, because I was like, well, I don't know what to charge. And it just became such a block for me. And I know that when it comes to selling, that we get all these crazy blocks, and it just can really slow us down and stop us from making any progress. And it actually can completely just derail us altogether. So I know how frustrating it can feel when you are stuck there thinking, will anyone buy? And am I ever going to be able to make this work? And it is heavy, but I am here to tell you that you can make it work. People will buy from you. You just need to realize that. And you need to feel confident in yourself and what it is. To be fair, that you can actually still sell something and not be confident and it still sell really successfully. Because there have been times where I've just been like, I am terrified. I don't have any confidence in myself, and I'm just going to shove this thing out there and see what it does. And then it surprises me, and I'm like, wow, people are actually buying. This is amazing. So you don't really even need confidence. You just need the confidence or the courage to just tip yourself over the edge and just put the thing out there and then just see what happens. But I want to share with you some things that I think are really helpful when you are stuck with this whole feeling of like, oh, no one's ever going to buy from me. Will anyone ever buy from me? When you are struggling with this question, or this doubt rather, it's about recognizing that you can do this and that people can buy from you, and that you're here to be of service. You're here to, because that's what, as entrepreneurs, that's what we are. We're here to be of service. We're literally servants, in the sense of we've got this mission, we've got these desires to help other people, to provide a service, to put something out there, to sell a product. And we are here to add value, and money is simply an exchange of value. So when you look at it like that and you're like, I am here to show up to be of service and to be of value, one, I think in my mind, it makes it easier to sell, because then I don't feel like I'm being salesy. I feel like I'm offering value. That's what I'm doing. I'm not trying to get the money for me. I'm trying to offer you value. So that for me is such a mindset shift. But the first thing I would say is go and do some research. Like, go and look on social media and go and see other people who are in a similar industry to you and doing something similar to you, or offering something similar, and go and look at how are they selling? What are the posts they put out on social media to sell? Like, what do they do? What do they say? And if you scroll back through some of their profiles on social media, have a look at what they're putting out there. What gets engagement? Do they do freebies that lead to a sale? Do they do launches that lead to a sale? And have a look, if you can, find some of their launch periods, see what posts they put out. What do they do? Are they typically selling like all the time? And like, what does that look like? How are they selling? So going and having a look and seeing how other people are selling, and realizing that people are buying stuff that's similar to what you have. Obviously, yours is unique because you are you, and there's not another you on this planet. So you're just looking at to prove to yourself people will buy. people will buy because they're buying this stuff. So they are finding it really valuable. They are finding it really helpful. So I know I will be able to put my spin on this out there and I will be able to sell. So you're just looking at how are people selling and like what seems to be effective, what seems to work, and perhaps what doesn't seem to work, and just kind of go and do some research. So maybe go and pick out like, I don't know, 5 accounts initially to go and research and see like or go and see like what can you find out? What can you see that's really going to help you to see how you can do this for yourself, how you can make sure you can get people buying from you. Okay, so then the second thing you can go and do, which again can be really inspiring, is to go and look on marketplaces. So obviously this depends on what you're selling, but if, for example, you've created something, you could go and have a look on Etsy or a marketplace where people can buy online and just see like what are people selling, how many reviews do they have, what are people saying about that product, what are people saying about this. If you want to sell a course, go and have a look on course platforms like Udemy or Teachable. Have a look what's out there, what are people selling, what are the reviews, like how popular do they seem to be, and have a look online and see like what are people selling, what do people seem to want to buy. And just have a look and then think, okay, well, I've got this and I know what I'm going to create. So if this person can sell, then I know I can sell too, because if one person can do it, we can all do it. So you're just kind of trying to build up that knowledge and reassurance that this is needed, this is valid, and I know I can sell this. Like other people are selling it, therefore I know I can sell something similar. Okay, so that's the second thing. And then the third thing, this is a fun thing to go and do, is go and snoop at people's ads. So you can go to, I'll leave it in the show notes for you, but you can go to basically on Facebook, you can go and see an ads library. So if you literally, I think if you Google ads library, you'll find it. But you can go there and you can see the ads that people are currently running. So if you go and look at, say, people in your industry, you could go and look and see what ads they are running right now for their business and have a look. What are the ads they've had running for months and months and months and months and months that obviously do really, really well, which is why they're running them for months and months at a time. Like, what can you see? What info can you pick out as to like what they're sharing, what they're putting out there, what they're advertising? And none of this is to like copy anyone, because I definitely don't recommend that. But it's to look and see like, this is what people are doing. This is what's working. And if you've got a similar idea, that you can do the same thing too. Like, so have a look and just see like, are there any things that people are doing that you really love that they do it that way? Like maybe there's a post like they've shared on Instagram that you just really thought was brilliant and you resonated with it and you thought, I could share my story and talk about this, this, and this. And then share my offer on the back of it. And that might work really well because I really liked how they did it and shared their story. So I could do it and share my story. So you're just looking for inspiration to see like, how can you sell? And this is the thing, like if you're asking yourself the question or you're doubting, will anyone ever buy from me? It's not really the right question, because the reality is, and you know this is true, you know you can get someone to buy from you. It's a fact, like you can get someone to buy from you. The thing is that maybe it's a knowledge gap that you don't know how to get people to buy from you. And so that's why I'm saying start with these steps of looking up and researching, like, what does it really take to sell this? What are other people doing to sell their products? What feels good for me in terms of what I can do. So let's say you notice some people are just selling all the time. Some people are doing launches. Some people have freebies that then sell on the back of the freebies. So you could explore different options, but just having your eyes peeled and like looking and researching, like, what are people doing? And then looking at, what did you find most appealing? What did you like the most? What do you feel excited to create? What do you feel called to do? How do you want to sell? But the thing is, if you don't go out there and research and learn and develop your skill set around selling, then it probably will become a struggle to sell because you're not doing anything to progress your own knowledge around that. So, and that's the thing I realized, that if I want to get better at selling, I have to learn how to get better at selling, and then I have to practice getting better at selling. But sometimes it just seems, sometimes I don't know why we just don't even think of that. We just don't, I don't know why. But like, when I started FEA and I realized that Facebook was having a huge impact, I just realized if I can go all in on Facebook and I can learn how to become an amazing marketer on Facebook, I know it can help me grow my business. And so I learned how to do that. And then, for example, when I noticed that Facebook ads were doing really well for us and it was a great way to sell, I was like, I need to figure out how I can become amazing at Facebook ads so that I can grow my business and that I can get more people to join my membership and I can sell my membership doing this. And so I learned how to become amazing at Facebook ads. And doing that and developing my skills in those areas has been so amazing. It's been so instrumental to the success of the business. So the question isn't, can I sell something? And the doubt shouldn't be, will anyone ever buy from me? They absolutely will buy from you. You just have to learn what are the components to sell. Like, what does it truly take to be able to sell successfully? And there are definitely components that go into selling: your messaging, your audience, sharing the value, the story, the experience, not the thing that you're selling. So, for example, like we have a stationery range. I'm looking for my planner. We have a stationery range and we sell like pens and we sell our planners. This isn't just a planner. Like, this is like a changing your year book where you get to become so organized. You get to feel like you're so productive. That is what this is. We have a pen that we sell. It's not just a pen. It's our magic manifesting pen. I don't even have one on my desk. But when you write with that pen and the ink hits the paper, you're going to be manifesting. So you aren't, there's so many different skills to selling. So all you need to do is go and start learning. And it can all start by just doing some research. So go research. Stop telling yourself no one will ever buy from you, because people will buy from you because you are amazing. So start thinking that you're amazing. Start trusting that you're amazing. Start trusting that people will buy. The only question is, how am I going to develop my skills? How am I going to learn how I can sell more effectively? How am I going to do this? Because I know if that person can do it, then I can do it too. And that is the mindset that you want to have with this. So just go with that mindset and then just play with it, open yourself up to it, explore it, learn, develop your skills, and just have fun with it. So I mentioned at the beginning, I've got my Create and Sell challenge coming up, and it's for anyone who wants to learn how to create and sell something online, how to turn your ideas into income. It's going to be amazing. I've never hosted this challenge before. It's completely new. It's for 3 days. We're going to do on day 1, it's create it. On day 2, it's build it. On day 3, it's sell it. So if any of you, or if you have been teetering on the edge of an idea, you've been struggling with actually getting your idea out there, you've been struggling with creating it, you've been struggling with the build, you've been struggling with selling, any of those things, and if you just want more help with this, turning your ideas into income, then 100% come and join me for this free challenge, because it's going to be amazing. It starts on the 6th of April, and you can sign up at fea.link/create. fea.link/create. So come check it out, join us. I think you're going to love it. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I hope you found it helpful. Just remember, you can get people to buy from you 100%. And I will see you next week for another episode of the She Means Business Show. I hope you loved this week's episode of the She Means Business Show. If you want more help and support to build a wildly successful business, then join hundreds of thousands of women and become an FEA insider. You'll get access to some of our amazing freebies, to our bonuses, to our giveaways, to so much good stuff. Head over to femaleentrepreneurassociation.com/insider to get all of the goodness. And I will see you next week for another episode of the She Means Business Show.